Hello everyone. Let me just say off the bat before we continue on today that I'm not going to be talking about the game very much in this video. This is quite literally just a warm-up video, but I want to use it as a platform to talk about the channel, stuff I'm working on in the background, mods and things like that. YCK3 has been a bit more inconsistent recently. Plans got for the second channel, future series for Rimworld, etc, etc. Everything that nobody really cares about that I can use as an excuse for a warm-up. That's the one good part about Isaac, is that I used to play it all the time. I'm sure I've talked about this before last time we played Isaac. I used to play it all the time. So it's still mostly muscle memory, but I don't know any of the booster pack stuff. So that will at least keep me on my toes during this video. Should also point out, I rather foolishly put food in the oven before I started recording this. So I've got about 30 minutes before I've got a dash. Luckily, the oven's got like an auto turn off, right? So it's not like the house is going to burn down and you're going to hear a video of me screaming to death in a flaming inferno. But it sets off an alarm, which I'm sure will annoy just about everyone else in the house. So, got to be careful about that one. The reason I want to do Isaac is because it's 30 minutes. Well, I mean, depending on how good the run is, obviously. It's generally around 20 to 30 minutes of solid commentary. So as a warm-up, it's a really, really nice... It's a really, really nice platform for doing that. Whereas Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines was kind of my warm-up video. People got really, really interested. That was the whole point of all the videos on the second channel, right? They were a platform for me to warm myself up ready for the main channel, which is a true now more than ever when the Rimworld videos are genuinely pulling in like 20,000 views a day. So the pressure is pretty much on with that. Granted, they've started to teeter off recently because I think the game's got a bit more kind of boring management. That's the problem with Rimworld, right? You get to kind of the mid-game. It gets to that kind of boring management level around the mid-game where you're just trying to survive, really. You're trying to craft long-term crafting projects, like right now, obviously working on the marine armor. You've got to worry about shit like... obviously, prisoner management is a massive time sink for us, taking bloody ages. So, there's a lot on the plate there with that one. And I want to make sure it's still good, but the problem is I can't really do that without a warm-up video, you know? So I need something to fill the second channel. Now, the reason I'm doing this and not just moving on to a fresh new series is... I'll let the cat out of the bag. I did talk about it on streams as well, but for those of you who missed those, the new series on this channel is going to be Oblivion. So, it's just occurred to me we haven't gone for a reroll anyway on that item, have we? So that is coming soon to the end, but I'm going to be using the Bevelix mod list for that one, which is kind of a comprehensive, massive graphics overhaul, but that's all it is. It's just graphics. So we still get some of that crappy core Oblivion gameplay that we all know and love, with all the bugs included. I believe we have things like the unofficial Oblivion patch, which is kind of just par for the course, really, if you want to play that game in 2020, huh? But outside of that, it really does give me free reign on customizing just about every other aspect of it, which is going to be quite nice. So that's something I'm working on, but the problem is the Bevelix mod list, quite literally 3 days ago or something like that, had a broken mod, and that was Oblivion Reloaded. And any of you who've ever modded Oblivion, I'll try and keep it, you know, relatively straightforward, because it is realistically right now a 14-year-old game, which is mind-blowing. Oblivion Reloaded is kind of like a massive graphics engine for Oblivion to keep it... to keep it a bit more modern. So with that regard, it's kind of essential. So I can't really just jump into the series. Well, I could jump in without it, but it would still kind of be a bit dated without it. Let's put it that way. With Oblivion Reloaded and this whole mod list, it makes it look a bit more like a modern game, which is why I'm on board with that. I played through it a little bit before with this mod list, by the way, and it's actually really, really nice. And again, it doesn't change any of the kind of old stuff that we used to. I don't really know what that item is, so I'm going to take that. Again, it's a booster pack thing, I believe, so I'm not really too familiar with it. I will talk about Isaac very briefly when I say we immediately fucked our deal with the devil chance there, so... So, hopefully this is a teleport. Oh, it's Guppy's head. That'll fucking do. Hey, that's quite nice. We'll see if we can re-roll that. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's going on there. So I need a warm-up video, which is what I'm playing Isaac, and Oblivion is still in the oven, let's put it that way. But I did go on their Discord, and they said that in a couple of days that's going to be updated and ready to go. So I'm looking forward to that. I have some fun ideas for the character, too, that ties it into our Morrowind playthrough quite nicely. So that'll be hopefully interesting. I don't know if I'm going to pull it off. Is that a black market, do you think? What I'm going to do is wait for a charge first, and then we can decide whether or not we want to reroll Guppy or the black market. Could just be a crawl space, I guess, with a decent passive in there. Let's go and have a look before I get too carried away. Almost certainly a second secret room in there, too. Said I wasn't going to talk about the game here. It's all coming back to me. I genuinely haven't played this. What have we got? Oh, boring. I genuinely haven't played this in... Oh, man. Isaac, probably about... I mean, properly I haven't played it for about a year. But I used to play this game, like, genuinely 3 times a day. Do 3 separate runs a day. Because it's just a fun game, right? Especially if you get the right combo. That's, it's satisfying. But then they started adding the booster pack items. I'm sure I talked about this last time we played Isaac on this channel. They started adding the booster pack items, and it got a little oversaturated, in my opinion. A lot of new items that I really had no idea what they did. That could be our second secret room. No, it can't, you fool. And I kind of, you know, I never really had time at that point, because this is when, I think this is around the time the channel started getting big. I don't really remember. Or it's when I was still at uni, one or the other. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much, but I basically, basically kind of gave up at that point on, oh, shit. Well, we'll hang on to that, because that could come in handy later on. That was not worth it. Oh, it's all going wrong. But yeah, I really have no experience with these new items, and it kind of put me off a little bit because I didn't have time to learn what they did. I should have waited for Are You a Wizard to wear off. I admit that. I admit that fully. Have they buffed $3 bill as well? Sorry, that's why our tiers are doing weird things. Not the diagonal shot, that's Are You a Wizard. Yeah, I feel like they've added some, or the chance of multiple effects. I don't remember it being, I'm not going to say this good, but this different. Bum, bum, bum. This should be a relatively easy fight. Oh, he got me. He beats me straight up. There's still a chance at deal, I was going to say, because we didn't get hit in the actual boss fight itself. Spirit of the Night. Oh, I don't really like that. Oh, fine, we'll take Guppy's hairball. Well, that's pretty good. And then we can reroll Guppy's head. If there's something in the shop. Battery? Fuck. Take the boomerang. Try and get a reroll. Is there anywhere else we can get a reroll? Oh, shit, there's an arcade. Oh, cool. Let's double back a second then. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm going to try and be a bit more proactive than I would. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk about Isaac. Anyway, for the, oh, wait, it's not an arcade, it's bloody library. So, for the main channel, obviously right now we're running the Flash Theory. It's very popular because it's War Crimes. God knows what this thing is. It's War Crimes, so that's super, super popular. Everybody loves that. It's kind of the low-hanging fruit of Rimworld, right? Make a chair out of your enemies. Everybody loves that shit. Next series, I'm kind of tempted to do something a bit more difficult. You know, I kind of want to go for a bit more of a reset with regards to doing something like Combat Extended. Doing a survival playthrough or something like that could be quite fun. Just simply because we've not done it in quite a while. Lots of people wanted to see Combat Extended. Problem with Combat Extended, because it's to play nicely with anything else that's going for Rimworld. Well, not a huge amount of things. Anyway, let's put it that way. So, and you know what? I'm trying to get that coin, the extra coin, and it's just occurred to me, if we go in here, we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I think a Combat Extended kind of gritty... When I say... I'm going to say low-tech, but when I say low-tech, I mean like modern tech. So low-tech for Rimworld, but try and keep it so it's not like crazy bionics or super high armor or crazy, you know, medical technology. So we've actually got people in a sort of modern environment getting themselves absolutely peppered. I think that could be quite fun. What are we looking at? 7, 8 minutes going into floor 3. Good God. I'm behind schedule. Okay, we got the compass now, so I can start speedrunning. And the good news is my food won't get cold in the oven. What else have I got planned for Rimworld, though? I did have another series, but I can't bloody remember it off the top of my head. Fuck. That's really annoying. So, obviously, we got the Gritty series. What the fuck was the other series I had planned? I was kind of excited to do it, but I can't bloody remember it off for the life of me now. Oh, the Passion series. That was it. So, everybody in Discord was saying the other day, how fun it would be for a change to be, and kind of a stark contrast to this series as well. Try and be super, super nice to everybody. That's quite good. To all the factions. So, you know, if we get prisoners, releasing them without ransom, patching up people, saving as many people as we can, doing the quests for people for the lowest rewards, I think would be kind of interesting. Not doing what we did before, where we took every quest, because that was a bit of a ball ache. But at least doing quests where we basically, you know, get something out of it, but we're doing it mainly for the good feeling it gives us. Oh, this would be fairly straightforward. Oh, unless you give me fucking triple shot, you big bitch. Right, hold on a second. This is going to be fairly slow. There we are, that's better. I didn't talk about it, but we got the nail item. Oh, God, that was bad. I don't remember exactly what the nail item is called. But it's pretty good, huh? Give me triple shot. Jesus. I've got enough time for this. That plus bookworm as well. We're doing pretty well on the damage front. We haven't got much to worry about there. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Hang on. What am I doing? Okay. That's better. Right. Now we can see what's going on here. What's our tier stat? 7? That's not bad. Bear in mind it caps out at 5 unless you get those, what is it, tier delay down. So there's a couple of items that you bypass that too. It's been a long time since I played Isaac. I don't massively remember. If we do that, we can come in here, see what they've got. Ooh, this is probably worth it. Hey, we're Guppy. Nice. We did get hit, but that's okay. DPS is going to be through the roof now. So this is a one run. to call it at 10 minutes. But I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I've got, I don't know if it did show up there. Sorry, we'll talk briefly about Isaac, but not the actual thing that we're doing here. I don't know if you saw it at the start. I don't even know if I start recording at that point. I do have the 3 million%, which was the kind of, so there was 100% for doing certain things in the game. It's a very traditional roguelike in the sense it has lots of different layers to it. In a sense, you kind of complete it once, and then, oh, we can fly, can't we? And then you complete it again, and there'll be a new final boss unlocked. So you complete it again, and there's a new final boss unlocked, and that happens in Isaac genuinely like 3 or 4 times. Oh, wait, there's Hush, and there's Delirium now. So there's like genuinely the final boss of the game. It has happened about 5 or 6 times. So as a result, 100% became 101%, became 1,001%, became 1,000,000%. If you do that across 3 save games, it becomes 3 million%. Oh, that sucks. Just about the worst build we could have ever asked for. And that's where I'm at with Isaac. So I have got a lot of experience in it. I think I've probably got, I don't know how many hours I've got in Isaac. Hang on a sec. How many hours have I got in Isaac? 1,061 hours. So this isn't my first rodeo or anything like that, despite some of the horrendous plays I've made during it. But again, I haven't really played it in a year or so. Bomb bag. Oh, I don't think I want that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Minecrafter. Okay, well, it might give us that secret room, if nothing else. Should have probably left that. Oh, yeah, it did. Should have probably left that until we went to the, oh, fucking hell. Sack of pennies. Fine, whatever. Should have stuck with it. Got a load of pennies and a load of bombs. So, CK3, then. Let's talk about that, because I haven't... CK3 has been a very inconsistent thing on the channel. I got a lot of feelings on CK3 right now. In its current form, CK3 is actually quite easy. As demonstrated the other day when we went for the 3rd hardest achievement in the game and achieved it in 2 episodes. A little bit disappointing, I will admit. Not CK3 in general, just like the game. CK3 I think is very, very fun. It has a massive amount of potential to be better than CK2. As it stands currently, it would be wrong of me to say that CK2 isn't still the better game. I understand from the perspective of a publisher, it is way more complicated and as a result, the worst game because the masses can't get into it. And the masses really, really got into CK3. Didn't we? You get to see all sorts of YouTubers that wouldn't have never touched CK2 with the barge pole playing CK3. The problem with CK3, in my opinion, is that it's still... Well, unlike CK2, it hasn't got, you know, 8 years of development under it. And with 8 years of development with it, with the Holy Furies and the Way of Lives and the Conclaves and etc., also added to CK3, I think it has the potential to be way, way better. Just because from a game design, I think it is better. You know, less relying on the randomness that CK2 had. That was one of my big problems with playing CK2 and Iron Man. Quite simply, you could get a random event, you are ill, and then 2 days later, you die. Because everything in CK2, to some extent, had that random element to it. And events, actually, one of the big differences between CK2 and CK3 is the event system. Specifically, CK2 events. I won't get too technical with this at all because I imagine it's fucking just terribly dull. So CK2 events had... Ooh, yeah, sure. Something called mean time to happen, which was basically just after this random amount of days, this will occur. This being the event or whatever the hell you set it to do, right? So in CK3, you don't have that. Now, I haven't done much CK3 event modding, but I'm pretty certain it's the case that you just can't do it that way anymore. Things get added to a random event list, and then there's a chance of it firing, but you can't have control over every single event and kind of balance them accordingly. But CK3 as a whole, I think, benefits from the gameplay design change far better. Oh, look at this. Because of the inherent removal for random. So shit like in CK2, playing as Catholics before Holy Fury, to be honest, was a little bit dull. Because you would sit around for... If, say, you weren't interested in... Or say you weren't able to, you were playing a little tiny account somewhere, the only way you could expand was either marriages somehow, because your account, obviously, that was quite unlikely, or fabricating claims. You know what, I'm going to take this boy, because then we get bomb defense. Obviously, in CK3, that's not such a big deal. A bit dangerous, but we'll roll with it. Let's also go get that battery. Sorry, I've got, like, a really bad cold now. My nose has just started running on me. Thanks for that. What was I talking about? We got rudely interrupted by having a bit of a cold. I don't think I've even got a cold. I think it's just winter and I'm stuck indoors. What the fuck, I'm going the wrong way now. Stuck indoors all day, every day, because it's also lockdown. And I've just woken up. That too probably hasn't helped. Thank you. That's why I don't like taking Stompy, because if we walk over a mushroom, we can get ourselves, get the arse handed to us. What are we doing? 15 minutes. We can have this done before my food's finished cooking. Guaranteed. Our damage is in a really good place. $3 bill has actually kind of ended up helping in a way. We're only on the depths 1, though. I'm going to have to really haul ass. I'm going to go this way and get our item. We're pretty strong, but our health is in a pretty poor place right now. Like, damage is great. We've got the ability to fly. We've got protection against explosives, shit like that. Oh, that couldn't have been any better timing on that one. Crampo. Hello, Crampo. Goodbye, Crampo. And, of course, chunk of coal there being just about the best one we could have hoped for. What we got here? Ace of Hearts, bit pointless. Let me out. I kind of want to open that, but I also... I mean, we're not after Guppy or anything. We could get, what, like, Polyphemus, which would be quite nice. Unlikely, but quite nice. Also doesn't work all the time with $3 bill, unless they've changed it. Did I finish my train of thought on CK3? I'm sure I probably did. Doesn't really matter that much anyway. It's CK3. I think everybody knows at this point what CK3's got going for it that CK doesn't, and vice versa. I want to go back to CK2. I really do. It's just a case of... It's a big gamble from a YouTube perspective. That's my only concern. I do have to take that into account more than ever now as the channel grows bigger and bigger. Like, is CK3 going to is CK2 going to perform well? Because we're missing out on the... I have no idea what that chest is. Because we are missing out on the inherent bonus of CK3 being a new and interesting game. Are the mods for CK2 going to continue updating? The only one that has really taken my attention is the Geheimnisnacht mod. That's appropriate. I say through my sniffles. The Geheimnisnacht mod is updating to actually add a bunch more content. And of course, Geheimnisnacht kind of has that, I wouldn't say reputation, because that, I think, conjures up like a really negative image unnecessarily, but it's kind of renowned as being, you know, fun, and this really cool new world, custom models, doing things that some mods just have not even dared to do. The problem with it is it tends to be kind of buggy, especially towards the late game. Lots of crashes. In 2 playthroughs I've done of Geheimnisnacht, 2 have ended up in a broken character. This actually works for us right now. No? Dark Prince's Crown? I thought you got the effect of that if you didn't have any red hearts. We don't have any red hearts, do we? I don't remember how it works. Oh, maybe it's if you have 1 red heart? I really don't remember at all, to be honest with you. Oh, well. We'll see how it goes. I am going to have to pause here and, like, blow my nose, because it is driving me a bit fucking mad, I won't lie. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. Sorry. I apologize for doing this video. shit. I mean, the whole point of it was 30 minutes of unsustained or sustained commentary as a warm-up. It's alright, we're good. Good as new. We're golden. Okay. Bonus to Isaac as well, unlike Cock Excelente, especially towards the end levels. Haven't got to worry about editing too, which is quite nice. That's always a big bonus to this game, and I know that's why a lot of YouTubers who make, you know, 3 or 4 episodes a day play Isaac, because it is just a very... Oh, do I want... yeah, go on. Evil range and shot speed up. I'm thinking specifically for the health here. That's not terrible. Right, how are we looking on our health front? Oh my god, Curse of the Unknown again. I have no idea what health we're up to right now. Balls. Let's go into the curse room. Oh, shit. Well, mistakes are probably made there, I won't lie. Oh, I thought it was a secret room. I wasn't doing that to try and be coy with a bomb. I was doing that to try and get us into a new area, to be honest. The shops have become super, super relevant in this playthrough, huh? They've been really good for us. Man. Oh, careful, my poor health. Right, okay. Let's head over to the... What have you got for me? Bad trip. Oh, you son of a bitch. Never take pills. The pills got so bad in one of the Isaac updates that it's just not worth ever taking them anymore. I don't know what... I don't remember what update it was, but they added so many poor pills without adding any real new good ones to the pool. They ended up being garbage. They're such a massive gamble. But to be fair, it's easier to come back from a bad situation in Isaac than it is to lose a good situation. Does that make sense? No, I said that in the wrong way around. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much. It's kind of a gamble worth taking, even though it is mostly negative, because you've got... It's easier to come back... It's easier to win a bad situation than it is to lose a good situation. Ace of clubs. I think. I don't know if that makes any sense either. Doesn't really matter too much, does it? Who's playing Isaac in 2020? Well, actually, another good reason for getting some practice on this game as kind of a fill-in game when we haven't got much else to do is because the new update is coming out December 31st. There's a whole new expansion pack coming for this game. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to, because I haven't really got a game to really... So I have kind of this rotation of games that I would just pick up and play occasionally. Like, so for example, The Sims, that's a pretty good one. Just for doing weird little playthroughs, installing a bunch of mods, committing a bunch of war crimes in that. Things like, I don't know what this one does. Bloody recharge. Okay, I guess we'll roll with that. Things like Isaac was a pretty good one. MMOs, I used to pick up and play for a while. The only MMO that really held my attention outside of RuneScape, which is just something... Everybody, if you were born in the 90s or 2000s, well, maybe 2000s, a little bit late. But if you're born in the, oh, I don't like this scapula, in the 90s in the UK, you would just play RuneScape. Everybody had a fucking RuneScape account. It didn't matter who you were, everybody would play it. Appeal to the cool kids, because you could kill people, and then you could say, sick kid. Where's the battery charge in here? I could have sworn it said there was one in here, right? Oh, we picked it up. Idiot. And appeal to the nerdy kids, because you can sit there and 3-tick fish and yada, yada, yada. Isaac was one of the games that was in my kind of go-to game rotation, along with The Sims and that. A lot of strategy games, too. Generally games that you could just kind of pick up and play for half an hour. You haven't got to worry about... Like grand strategy games for me would never work in that regard, because depending on how fast videos get done is how much free time I get in a day, right? And I don't know if I'm going to start Rimworld and we're going to get raided, and there's going to be a lot to edit out, or there's going to be a lot of waiting around. Like say, for example, the Space series is kind of a real case in point there, that it would take sometimes 8 hours to make a video. And that was pretty much prohibited to, say you want to play Stellaris or Crusader Kings or whatever. You can't do that if you only get, you know, maybe 15 minutes a day one day, or 20 minutes a day another day, or, oh shit, you can't play at all today, so you'll have to come back to it in 2 days' time. That's why I have a lot, kind of a rotation of these games like Isaac. Darkest Dungeon was on there for a brief period. Strategy games, especially Age of Empires 3. I don't care what people say about Age of Empires 3. I actually still like it. For a game that you can just kind of pick up and play and do weird things with all the time with the deck building, it's quite good. Shame the new release was a bit gash on launch. Right, let's get this wrapped up. I can smell my food. Right, we'll just book it for all the boss fights now, I think. and just get it done. To be honest, this is the weakest part of Isaac, in my opinion. Our health is nowhere near as bad as I thought, by the way. This is the weakest part of Isaac, these sections coming up. Because these floors have, you know, no real interesting stuff on them. You don't get a shop. You get a fucking coin beggar that I had no choice but to suicide there. Yeah, you don't have the shop. You don't have the item room or anything like that. Deals with the devil, sure. Those are quite fun. As far as is that a tinted rock? No, didn't think so. I'm going to miss all the tinted rocks. Oh, God, I've never seen those things before. What the hell are they? Must be a booster pack enemy. Don't recognize those at all. Hang on. I'm going to have to... Oh, my fucking nose. To be honest, glad I'm doing it during this series rather than Rimworld. I was like, I could start recording Rimworld now. Fuck, where's the bloody boss fight, you shit? I could start recording Rimworld now, sure, but I'd be doing this midway through Rimworld. Like I said at the start, like, I have such a... I have a higher standard that I have to keep to Rimworld these days. You know, it's not like when we were playing Jope or whatever. Sure, I would record it in a 30-minute session because that was the point, you know. It's supposed to be difficult with everything left in. Now it's kind of like still edited. So if I fuck something up, like the amount of times I misspeak in this new series is absurd. What the hell am I shooting poops at this stage of the game? And whenever I misspeak, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to edit that out now because I have to hold this series to a much bigger standard than Burkano than previously. He was. Oh, that's a skip down. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take that. Should have already kept the blank room for the next floor. Oh, it doesn't work on the next floor, does it? It takes you to hell. Curse of the Maze. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's like this game knows I've got food in the oven. You're probably wondering, why did he do that? Well, funnily enough, exactly what I'm talking about. You know, why am I cooking food and trying to get this done at the same time? For the same reason, in the background, I've also got a video rendering. Because there's not enough hours in the day. I actually spoke about this on Discord briefly yesterday. Realistically, I get about 18 hours a day to record and edit 3 videos. And during the time of say, again, the, God knows what that thing does. The Rimworld Space episodes, holy shit, there was not enough hours in the day to manage everything. And honestly, it's a big part of my reason for going back to Patreon. Ko-fi is great for a very simple crowdfunding platform and all that. Really, really good for if you just want people to be able to offer some sort of alternate support for the channel that doesn't come from YouTube views or channel memberships, because obviously for me there's no point offering that because I don't bloody live stream on YouTube or do anything with it. To be honest, I don't even know what bonuses I could offer with a YouTube channel membership. So Ko-fi is always pretty good for just that kind of one-off donation. But the problem with Ko-fi, using it as a primary platform over Patreon, as I was planning on doing, is that Ko-fi does not... Oh, this is a bit touch and go. The problem with it is Ko-fi doesn't offer... Oh, have they changed that? Feels a bit different. Oh, you can't. Oh, I'm not going to... Don't make me. Oh, dead cat. I don't want it. Oh, Abaddon I'll take. Fuck yeah. Yeah, there we go, Leviathan. I'm not doing Hush, and I'm not doing Delirium. Sod that. We haven't got enough hours. 28 minutes in. We gotta hurry. Right, let's go. Oh, little Isaac. There's also a reason why I chose Isaac as the starting character, by the way. Because obviously, I would argue he's still the easiest character. Maybe Apollon? Is it Apollon? The one that sucks the items up? Very similar character to Isaac. There's also the Bone Lord character, whose name I don't remember. Fuck him. Quite fun doing that against Ultra Greed, though. I remember that being an interesting time in my life. That must have been when I started the channel, though. I have a feeling it was when I started the channel. Anyway, God knows, don't remember. Ah, dead end. You son of a bitch. Right, that's it. House is on fire now. I'm going to send this lawsuit courtesy of Edmund Macmillan. Which way is it, then? Must be this way. Must be this way. But yeah, like yesterday, for example, sorry to go back to what I was talking about. I was talking about this on Discord, but like yesterday I recorded Rimworld, which I've turned on the real timer in that, because I don't know if people realize how long it takes to, even though we don't get a huge amount done, especially in these Flash series, because there's a lot of prison management, making sure everybody's got meals, setting up bills on what tables, a lot of boring shit. A lot of the game tends to be paused in that series these days. I don't know why I'm doing that. We've got max health. And as a result, a lot of it gets edited out. And although it looks as if, you know, it's kind of 30 minutes of doing stuff, and even then there's a lot of management going on, for me it can take like fucking 6 hours, because the game has actually started to slow down massively. Probably in no small fact us having a prison absolutely fucking rammed with about 40 to 50 people, including the people in the capsules, of course. So for us, it's like, it looks like it's just 30 minutes of shit occurring. Behind the scenes, my god, it takes a long time. CK3, I will admit the Robert the Fox series was quite fast in that regard. That would only take a couple of hours, maybe about 3 hours, including editing as well, to get those episodes done. Not including uploading, but I don't include uploading, really. Right, what have we got then? A Harlequin baby, deck of cards, Little Chub, and Crooked Penny is really good in here, right? Does it work if I do this right now? It fucking does. Thought it did. Give me that. Let's re-roll all of this garbage. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got growth hormone, or is that steroids? Roid rage, that's it. We've got this one, the mulligan. And then everything else, I don't know if I really want. We'll take the lucky foot for a chance of more chests, I guess. We'll take rainbow baby, re-roll the rest. Should have picked him up to remove him from the pool. My bad. Op mushroom is great. Don't know what this thing is. Euthanasia. And then we've got acid baby, which drops a load of pills, and then butt bombs, but we're immune to explosions, so that's fine. Occasionally we will fire off an explosive farty bomb, which is normally just fucking awful, but in this case actually not too bad at all. Right, where's the boss fight? You know what? To say I haven't played Isaac in over a year, to do a chest run in less than 30 minutes, that's okay. That's actually not too terrible. I don't even know why I'm checking acid, baby. You suck. I'm never going to eat any of your pills. The pill rotation in this game has been just shit. Absolutely hot trash. And I'm never touching it again. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I think I got most of the things covered. Oh, of course, my CK3 project. The one thing I actually really did this episode to talk about and then ended up forgetting entirely. So CK3 has obviously been quite inconsistent recently. Lack of ideas, lack of mods out, early days for the game in general. Kind of a little burnt out with it because every game right now, because of the reason I was talking about earlier, where there isn't a massive variety in playstyles, you can't play Republics, Theocracies, you can't collect artifacts, etc., etc. It is essentially still just a map painting simulator right now. Fuck it, why not? As a result, I am a little burnt out on it, and I'm looking for fun things to do. So one of the things I've turned to doing, especially over the past couple of days, is modding it. I've got a weird mod in production right now. It's a parody. That's all I'll say. I will release it on the Steam Workshop when it's done. Might take a couple of days. I'm not sure I'm going to get an episode out today. There was an episode yesterday. There was a day before that, just to set, you know, kind of paint the picture a little bit. Fuck it. Infested. And we win. Well done, everybody. And a good, easy run there. And in less than the 30 minutes, although I'm pretty sure my food was done 5 minutes ago, so not great timing on that front, but not too bad. 1 Binding of Isaac. Am I warmed up now for the rest of the day? No, I'm fucking not. I've got a horrible cold, and I don't know how much this really helped. So yeah, CK3 coming soon to put a pin in that discussion. I'll try and be a bit more focused in the future. This was my first return to Isaac in a while. Anyway, hopefully we'll have some Oblivion soon ready for this channel, so thank you for bearing with me.